begin in the UK, where Prime Minister Keir Starmer's Chief of Staff, Morgan McSweeney, has resigned. There had been calls in recent days for McSweeney to be sacked over a scandal involving Peter Mandelson, who was appointed ambassador to the US in 2024. Mandelson was sacked from that position in September, but new Epstein files suggest he shared confidential information with the convicted sex offender when he was a cabinet minister. Well, Andrew Hilliar from our International Affairs desk joins me now to unpack all that. So, Andy, explain to us how all this unfolded and how significant it is.
Yeah, well, the resignation of Morgan McSweeney will come as a big blow to the UK government and in particular to the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Let's just take a look at his statement, a part of which you can see here on your screen now. He said that the decision to appoint Peter Mandelson was wrong, that he had damaged the Labour Party, the country and trust in politics itself. He also said he took responsibility for advising the Prime Minister to appoint Peter Mandelson as the British ambassador to Washington, and that the only honourable course would be to step aside. Now, Morgan McSweeney is a big figure for the Labour Party and for Sir Keir Starmer. He is widely credited with masterminding Sir Keir Starmer's electoral landslide victory in 2024. He also masterminded Sir Keir Starmer's bid for the Labour leadership in 2020. Remember, this is at a time when the Labour Party had been effectively in the wilderness for a decade, spending many years as the opposition party in UK politics. So when you think of Morgan McSweeney, you need to think of figures like Alistair Campbell, Dominic Cummings, these powerful unelected advisors working at the heart of Downing Street. And Morgan McSweeney was at the heart of power. He joined the Labour Party under Tony Blair, and that really influenced his outlook, always believing that Labour could only win from the centre. And you can see his influence on Sir Keir Starmer and on Labour policies to this day. He's not a familiar face for many people, but his departure does leave the UK Prime Minister cutting a slightly lonely figure. Keir Starmer had never really thought about being Prime Minister until he had Morgan McSweeney by his side. And that relationship is now gone because of Peter Mandelson. Morgan McSweeney reportedly instrumental in advising Sir Keir Starmer in pushing for the appointment of Mandelson as UK ambassador to the US. There are, however, Jenny, many who will see this departure as a political necessity to save the Prime Minister's skin, who has come under increasing pressure, even facing calls to resign, over his judgment appointing Peter Mandelson to a top diplomatic position.
Right. Thank you very much indeed for that, Andy.